What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Thank you guys so much for checking out. It seemed like it was pretty popular. I've been holding that in. I knew I was going to pre-germinate grass seed for a while now after we had that talk, and it looked like I kind of ticked off a few people. I'm like, hey, we got the project lawn coming up. I've got grass seed coming for the church. You know, why don't we try to pre-germinate that? And so I want to real quick hit a couple of the comments of that video real fast, but we're going to be brief today. We're not in the project lawn today. You'll see that video on Monday. The rain has kind of once again ruined my plans. I plan right now, instead of making this video in my yard, my plan was to grab the mower and go cut down the lawn at the project lawn for the next day, which will be aeration day. And so it doesn't look like I'm going to get to do that right now before I need to get this video going, edited, and uploaded. So it is what it is. We adjust on the fly here in the lawn. So I'll show you guys my lawn, give you an update there. We are, man, like almost getting close to a month since we did the too early overseeding in my lawn. So still got some areas that are of concern, and some good things as well. So before we get into looking at my lawn, let's talk about the I've got an update on the Jonathan Green pre-germination, and also I wanted to address a couple comments from a couple folks as well. So let's quickly get into this Friday video. So we're headed out to the front lawn, and we'll talk about this guy here in a second. But here is the pre-germinated seed. The update is yesterday before church, I went to change the water, and I have been trying to put the water off to the side over here behind the bushes. But I went to change the water, and I noticed little specks of grass, something in the seed. Let's see if I can show you. I'm trying to keep it covered up, but basically when I was about to change the water, I began to see, like in here, it looks like some of the ryegrass is beginning to pop. And I was like, oh crap, that was fast. And so that's what I noticed, and I don't want to go any further. And it's hard to show you definite signs, but like you might be able to see in there a little bit. And we knew that. And so that's one of the things I wanted to address. And so let's address this first. So I'm keeping it, there's no water in there right now. I'm keeping a sheet on top until tomorrow when I'm going to go and spread this seed. It is still damp. I'm not stretching it out to dry it out yet. That's just, I was like, oh crap, like I see some ryegrass popping now, which I knew was going to happen. That's why I was only going to do it for 2 days. So I shouldn't have done the water on Tuesday when I made the video. I should have done it on Wednesday and then Thursday, but anyways, it'll be fine. So I text a lawn care professional, like, yep, keep it in the dark, keep it covered. Then when you're ready to spread it, let it dry a little bit, mix it and go. So that's what we're doing there. So there's your update. It literally took 3 water changes, and I'm seeing some of the ryegrass trying to go ahead and pop. So that's pretty crazy. I was actually watching some YouTube videos on how long they're pre-germinating, how they're going about mixing and spreading. A lot of people are buying these tubs. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use a wheelbarrow. I just don't see why you wouldn't use a wheelbarrow when you already have that and own it. But from what I see, one guy, one video I clicked on, he literally had like roots like that long, and I was like, it was almost creepy looking. I was like, what in the world? Like, there's no way that's going through a spreader. So I would rather cut off the pre-germination early than what that guy was doing, which was he was way too late. And that almost feels like he was ruining the seed. So even if I'm wrong in I see ryegrass, which I don't think I am, I think this is the safe thing to do. So as long as we don't ruin the seed, that's the goal. So there's that. So let me address a couple comments real fast. And on that subject, I saw several people like, I would only germinate, one grass type. And that's absolutely true. We talked about that in the very first video. where we were redoing the ditch over here at my lawn. This was a spur of the moment thing. You know, I was thinking about it, but I knew I wanted to try this grass seed. I wanted to try this Jonathan Green blend up at the church. And so I knew with fescue and ryegrass, clearly we're sort of kind of pre-germinating the fescue, but we're really pre-germinating the ryegrass. And you have to focus on the grass that's going to germinate first. And obviously that was the ryegrass. So now that I'm seeing some evidence of it coming out of the shell of the seedling, it's time to quit soaking it. It's time to throw her down and let it do its thing. So I knew that going in, so that's not a surprise. But if you're going to pre-germinate, like others have said, absolutely, you should do something like our GCI Turf blend for cultivars of tall fescue. Then you can probably go 3-4 days of pre-germination there. With this, I knew with ryegrass 2 days tops, and so that's why I was doing it this week. So knew that going into it. The second thing that I know people had mentioned was, I don't know if that's a great mix to put up there. This may be the last time we do cool season grass up at the Project Lawn. I've mentioned it several videos here on the channel. We're going to be planting this Jonathan Green heavy traffic up there, and it may or may not last through the summer. Many times, again, this is not my property. I'm not up there all the time. It's a good distance away from my home, so I'm not making special trips up there to water this grass once we get it established. So if it dies out and thins out, we're definitely going to be looking at possibly a warm season grass next season. So that's okay. If all the ryegrass dies out in the summer of 2025, it'll be just fine. So we'll be looking at killing off everything and possibly doing some zoysia, some St. Augustine, some Bermuda. I don't know. I'm not even near there right now. But this is our last attempt of overseeding cool season, and not a really attempt. I wanted to try some different seeds and see what a Jonathan Green lawn looks like, and also some ryegrass mixed in there to see how does it perform. We'll see with you and me together. We'll see how this thing goes. So tomorrow is going to be a busy day. I'll be recording that. That video will come out either Wednesday or Monday next week. I don't know, but we'll be aerating. We'll be doing the proper methods. We'll be talking you through it. If you're still yet to overseed your lawn and aerate your lawn, you'll be able to follow along and do exactly what I do and see the results hopefully very soon. All right, let's try to do this update in my lawn a second time. I'm too long-winded. I'm trying to tell you every detail, and I want to make this video shorter to summarize it, if you will. Basically, we've got more good spots, I would say, than bad currently. You can see the 21, we've got, the color is fantastic everywhere. We're seeing a lot of areas fill in, and as it fills in, it begins to blend into the good areas of the lawn. So basically the summarization of what I'm seeing in my own lawn, still dealing with the slow development on my bank. There is a green haze there, as you guys can see, and I did come out yesterday. I pulled some weeds. You can see some of the weeds over here and over here. I pulled weeds. I took my garden weasel. I did up here by the I redid the areas, ground up the dirt by the mailbox, did some more reseeding heavily here, and I'm very confident with just this natural rain that's just drizzling right now is very helpful. So this is going to be fine with time. Some of the areas that concerns me, this area over here just doesn't want to pop. It doesn't want to come in. So watching that, as well as right here above the drainage pipe, we've seen baby grass here for a while, but just doesn't want to seem to really pop up in full, and it's not excited about growing, if you will. So kind of keeping an eye on that, as well as the bank. I redid this area up here not too long ago and took the Earthway spreader up here and redid a lot of seed and garden weaseled as much as I could where I saw it wasn't really taking off in growth. So just trying to be patient, and hopefully this natural rain is really going to help promote growth for this baby grass. The strip over here is really filled in nicely. These areas were super dark and bare. They're starting to fill in. That's very positive. A lot of growth, a lot of filling in. Don't think there's anything we need to really worry about here. And then we got Bermuda over here on the edge of the concrete, so really want that to retreat and go away. But there does seem to be a fescue underneath ready to pop in and fill in there. We were just on the first take of this video, I was showing you all the bare spots. We're dealing with bare spots here, and it's very squishy right here where I'm walking. It's so wet. Tuesday we had tons of rain. It's raining right now, and so I came out, reseeded some of these areas with the garden weasel that didn't look like it was really taking off. But the gist of the update here is just have to be patient. We really need to dry out after these days of rain. But I am seeing a lot of germination in these bank areas over here that I hadn't seen prior to all this rain. So that's good to see. Also did some more garden weaseling over here in the middle of the lawn. And hopefully we'll see some germination from that. The areas down by the shed are really doing well. The grass is kind of laying down because of all the water. It's just flowing back towards the creek behind the house. A lot of germination over in this area. I told you guys about my tenacity issue here. Garden weasel seed, I see a lot of germination. So it looks like this is going to be fine. It's going to fill in and look beautiful here in a week or two. So that's really the update. It is just we're as we grow in baby fescue, you're just you forget about that part, and now you're looking at the next part like this, like, why ain't this working? And you're frustrated. But there is growth everywhere. It's just not taking off in mass. And so I think it's just, I've reseeded all the areas I need to reseed. It's just a matter of being patient at this point. So it's looking great. The fertilizer is looking awesome. The protein looks great with the 20-0-0 on top. It's looking fantastic. I think that was needed. That nitrogen was a good idea. And so it's just a matter of being patient. We've got lots of rain, and at this point we've got so much rain we really need to dry out. We need some sunshine, so hopefully tomorrow will produce that. So there's the update on my overseeding. We're still going to keep the striper off the mower, but we do need to get a mow in hopefully early next week to this lawn. With all the nitrogen, it is definitely growing. So God bless you guys. Stay tuned for the update next week on the project lawn. We'll be aerating, we'll be seeding, and really excited to see how long it takes for that rye to take root. Hopefully it's setting in no water right now in the dark. It will still be good. Tune in and find out. I'm just as curious as you, and thankful to the pro out there who gave me some tips on what to do. So God bless you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you out at the project lawn on the next video.